everyone, welcome back to my channel where I explain legal concepts in a simple, easy to understand language. Today we are going to discuss on the topic that might come in handy for anyone dealing with the legal system in India. How to change your advocate and lodge a complaint against an advocate in case you are not satisfied with their professional service. Whether you're a law student, a curious mind, or someone in the midst of a legal proceeding, this video will guide you through the process. Before we continue with this video, here are your key takeaways. This is what you're going to learn in the video. First, the reason for a client to change their advocate. Second, we will discuss the process or the methods to change an advocate. Third is the procedure to lodge a complaint against an advocate. And fourth, an interesting story that I wanted to share that I found on the internet. And finally, a recap of what we have learned. So I have explained what you're going to learn again from watching this video. So now let's get on with the video. The first question is, why would you want to change an advocate? Let's start with the basics. You might want to change your advocate for several reasons. Lack of communication. Your advocate isn't keeping you informed about your case, which is causing a concern for you. Second, lack of confidence. You don't trust their ability to handle your case effectively. 3. Professional misconduct. Your advocate is behaving unethically or unprofessionally. 4. Personal differences. Sometimes it's just a matter of personality clash. Remember, it's your legal right to change your advocate if you are not satisfied with their service. The second question is, how to change your advocate? Changing your advocate is a straightforward process, but it involves a few steps. Let's break it down. First, finding a new advocate. Before you terminate your current advocate, it's wise to find a new one. Make sure to research thoroughly, check the credentials and past case histories. Ensure they are someone you feel comfortable working with. That's the first step. Now the second step, formal termination of current advocate. Once you've chosen a new advocate, you need to formally terminate the services of your current advocate. Here's how you can do it. Draft a no objection certificate. That's the first. Request your current advocate to issue a NOC. This document states that they have no objection in you hiring a new advocate. Second, communicate clearly. Inform your current advocate in writing about your decision. It's courteous and professional to explain your reasons, but it is not mandatory. The third step is intimation to the court. If your case is already in court, you need to inform the court about the change. This would be by filing a wakalatnama. Your new advocate need to file a wakalatnama. So you might ask, what is a wakalatnama? It is a document that gives them the authority to represent you in court. So along with this wakalatnama, you need to submit an NOC, the NOC that you have received. Attach the NOC from your previous advocate if available. Sometimes NOC can be written on the wakalatnama with the advocate's signature, and the same can be present in court. In some cases, if your previous advocate refuses to give an NOC, your new advocate can file a petition to the court to get permission to represent you without the NOC. However, at this point, there's a case law for this type of situation, which is called Karnataka Power Transmissions versus M. Rajashekhar. In 2016, this case was passed. In this judgment, the court under no circumstance a party can be denied of his right to appoint a new advocate of his choice. This is what the court said. This is an absolute and non-conditional right. But it was later changed in Srimati Bhagya, daughter of Sri Hanume Gowda and others versus Srimati Jayalakshmi, wife of Sri C. Krishna and others. This is a judgment in 2013. The court held that until and unless no objection certificate is obtained from the existing advocate who still holds the wakalat, no new counsel can enter appearance or on record. I hope in future the courts can formulate a proper judgment on this. The third question is how to lodge a complaint against an advocate. Now, what if your reason for changing the advocate is more serious? What if they engaged in a misconduct? Well, here's how you can lodge a complaint. First, draft the grounds for the complaint, where you can file a complaint against an advocate for the following reasons. 1. Professional misconduct, such as dishonesty, negligence, or breach of confidentiality. 2. Misappropriation of funds, mishandling or misappropriating client money. 3. Fraud or deception, engaging in fraudulent activities or misleading the court or client. The second is the steps to lodge the complaint. First, collect evidence. Gather all the evidence, relevant documents such as emails, messages or any other proof of misconduct. 2. Draft the complaint. Write a detailed complaint clearly stating the facts and attaching all the evidence that you have collected. 3. Submit to the Bar Council. That is, submit your complaint to the State Bar Council where the advocate is registered. You can find contact details on the Bar Council of India's official website. Third is the Bar Council proceeding. Once the Bar Council receives your complaint, preliminary scrutiny is started. They will conduct a preliminary scrutiny to determine if there is a prima facie case of misconduct. Then this goes to the disciplinary committee. If a case is established, it is referred to the disciplinary committee, which will conduct the hearings and investigation. Third is the decision and penalties. Based on the finding, the committee can impose penalties ranging from reprimands to suspensions or even disbarment of the advocate. Here are some of the law examples that I have gathered. Let's look at some case laws to understand how these complaints are handled. In the case of Nand Lal Balwani versus Kishan Lal Gupta in 1978, the Supreme Court held that an advocate guilty of professional misconduct can be disbarred, emphasizing the importance of ethics in the legal profession. P.D. Kandahar versus Bar Council of Maharashtra in 1984, it highlighted that advocates must maintain dignity and decorum, and failing to do so invites strict action. The fourth question are some interesting stories that I have collected. To illustrate the importance of ethics in legal profession, let me share an interesting story that I have found. In the early 2000s, a lawyer in India was found to be juggling multiple court cases. It's not unusual by itself, but he was doing it quite literally. He would appear in one court, make a brief argument in the second court, then rush to another court, often across the street to handle another case. This hectic schedule led to a humorous but critical observation by a judge who remarked, "It seems that advocates are now being trained in marathon running more than the law." This anecdote not only lightens the mood but also highlights the stress and ethical dilemmas advocates may face, underscoring the importance of choosing the right legal representative and maintaining professional standards. Finally, to conclude this video, changing your advocate and lodging a complaint against one is your right as a client. It's essential to be aware of these processes and to ensure you get the best representation and maintain the integrity of the legal profession. Navigating the legal system can be frightening, but knowing your rights and the correct procedures can make it much easier. Today we have covered how to change your advocate and the steps to take if you need to lodge a complaint against one. Remember, you deserve an advocate who communicates well, represents your interest effectively, and upholds the highest ethical standards. Don't settle for less or don't hesitate to take action if the process is incorrect. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Share it with anyone you might need it. Also, subscribe to my channel for more legal insights. Feel free to leave your questions in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Take care.